Well, here it is. It's Indiana-Detroit, Game 4, here in Detroit, and this is do or die for the Pistons. If they don't win this game, they're done. Good night. Chuck Person and the Indiana Pacers, actually Reggie Miller, looking good. Williams, Miller, Person, Davis, Smith against Thomas Dumars, Woolridge, Rodman, Lambier. Big time, man. This is big time for Detroit. Indiana trying to supplant Detroit, who made 2 straight NBA Finals. They lost last year in the Eastern Conference Finals, and we're underway. They're trying to make it back to a 6th seed, but there's only a couple games between the first and the last. Reggie Miller into Rick Smits. Oh, he gets around Lambier. That's not good if you're Bill Lambier, and all of a sudden Indiana has scored first. That's not good. Indiana 2, Detroit nothing. Dumars. And take a look to Isaiah. He can pull from anywhere. He's a very good streak shooter. Isaiah. Misses, in Person a rebound. Detroit, it's a very difficult place to win here. Chuck Person flings it and it goes in. That was more of a hoist and a fling than it was a shot. And Indiana scored the first 4. Rodman to Dumars. Dumars. Joe scores, and it's 4-2. Indiana 4, Detroit 2. Chuck for 3, can't have it. And Dumars the rebound. They push it up to Orlando Woolridge. Isaiah. Dumars. Isaiah. There's Joe Dumars. He can shoot and he ties the game up. 4-4, Indiana. Wow. Williams. Rick Smits inside. Can't get an offensive board. Rick Smits is really the difference here. He has 4 of Indiana's first 6 points and 2 offensive rebound putbacks. They go to Dumars. No. Smits is just dominating. They need to switch things up if you're Detroit. Williams. Chuck Person. No. Smits, yes. 8 for Indiana. Oh, yeah. Dumars. Dennis Rodman. Lambier, there's Dumars. Yes, Joe Dumars is keeping Detroit in this game. He's the only thing right now. Rick Smits is dominating, and Indiana has an 8-6 lead. Reggie, he hasn't even scored yet. He hasn't even taken a shot. How about that in game 1? They just blew him out. There's Chuck Person. Got it. They're on Reggie Miller as much as you can be. But right now, it is 10-6 Indiana leads.
Detroit foul. First personal foul. Now into the lineup are your Pistons. Number 22.
And right now, Bill Lambier sits down 10-6. Halfway through the first. Indiana's playing like more Laker basketball than the Lakers. Person! No! Rebound, Davis. Person again to Mo Williams. Williams. Chuck Person.
Pistons
It's going to be a foul. 10-6, Indiana leads Detroit. And I think that's going to be a foul away from the ball on Isaiah. McGuire comes in. Merson to Reggie. He hasn't even taken a shot. Williams, oh, that's Rick Spence, no good, and Dennis Rodman gets a rebound. That's what Dennis Rodman can do, is more position than anything else. Dumars, oh, that's a steal by Williams. 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 Person. Williams. Rick Spence, he's got Dennis Rodman. Miller, though, and they're passing it around. They're looking good. They get it inside. It looks like a mismatch, but Dennis, oh, what a play. Davis, no. Spence the rebound, yes, and that is 6 for Spence, all off offensive rebounds. We know that, and that's incredible. Indiana, Big 12-6 lead now. They can't stop Rick. They go into acquire. The only thing they can do is keep him out, and a miss, and Dale Davis the rebound. Indiana looking good. They're really looking good. They're the 3rd seed. Both 3rd seeds are looking good. First, and there's Rick, yes! Detroit is not looking good. Indiana 14 of the first 20 points. And they lead by 8. Dumars. Couldn't pull. Oh, it's going to be knocked back. And there it is. Bo Williams. 16 of the first 22 are Indiana's. And they're loving it. 16-6. Timeout. And Indiana is just blasting Detroit. Here in the first, Detroit. No threes yet for Indiana. We'll be back. Sellers to Dumars. Wire. Sellers to Dumars. McGuire. Dumars is in. And Dumars misses. Rebound Thompson. They are just absolutely winning the boards here. Vern Fleming. Here's deadlift shrimp. Thompson. Out to Chuck. No, he's 0 for 3 and 3. And Dumars again. Here's Aguirre from DePaul. Got it. 16-8. Cuts it to single digits at least. And here's Vern. Vern now. They go to Shrimp. Deadlift. McLeod. No. And Sellers again the rebound. They bring it down to Aguirre. From DePaul University. They was on a couple #1 teams. The only Final Four they made was 79. Then they choked. They're going to run it down to the last shot. They want to make it 6. Dumars trying to one-on-one it. He made him commit. No, and that's it. At the end of one quarter, it's Indiana 16, Detroit 8. And that's it. We'll be back. starts the second quarter here. And Indiana 16, Detroit 8. Go to the other Thomas. We'll bring it up. Right now, Indiana is just playing very good defense, controlling the boards. There's Isaiah, no, but that's going to be Mark Aguirre. So there's Aguirre and Sally. I believe that might be John Sally, and that's 16-10. They really controlled the boards, but now it's a little different. Vern Fleming, no. There's Reggie. He hasn't taken a shot yet, and it's on the ground. They're defensing him really good, but they're still up big. They have their best defender, and it's stolen away by McLeod. McLeod will bring it down. They get the deadlift shrimp. He wants to lay it in, and he misses. That is John Sally, number 22. Mark Aguirre's number 23. And he has it now. Sellers. Isaiah Thomas. Sally. The other Thomas will pull and hit. Charles Thomas. It's now it's a 6-0 run. It was 16-6. And now it's a 6-0 Detroit run. And you know that they're going to start feeding Reggie the ball. Fleming. Byrne. And that's going to be John Sally. Intercepted. Here's McLeod. Over, and he's hit, and they score. Vern Fleming, he was hit to the ground. No foul there. They stopped the run, and it's 18-12 Indiana. Detroit, this game 4 is very much right here. Very much eager, John. There's Mark Aguirre. Aguirre is more like the Kevin Garnett before Kevin Garnett. Isaiah. Charles Thomas. No. Isaiah. Yes, they don't want to give him an and one. It's 18-14. Detroit has climbed back into this game. Their arch rivals, Indiana. Right down the road in Indianapolis. And right now, Indiana has an 18-14 lead. Reggie, yes, oh, and he's fouled. He is fouled, and that is his first shot.
Substitution on the court.
No, it was a rebounding foul, but it will count. So the 3 will count. It was on the rebound, but the ball was in the air. Woolridge, no. Williams. And Isaiah now will take it. 21-14 Indiana. Oh, that is in, up and in, and that's big. John Sally puts it up. And right now there's a bunch of power forwards for Detroit. Bringing them back in, I think Sally and Aguirre are off the bench, helping really a lot. Countering act, Rick Smits. Bill Lambier has been losing to Rick Smits. Miller to Mo Williams. Mo over to Detlef Schrempf. Here's Mo Williams. There's Mo. Hits. Oh my goodness. See, that's Indiana's full of shooting guards. Detroit's full of power forwards, and that's the difference here halfway through the second. McGuire. Isaiah. Yes. Isaiah Thomas now. It's 23-18. Mo Williams. Smits. Rick got it. Indiana 25, Detroit 18. Lambier to Isaiah. Oh, that's Aguirre. Look at him go and a miss. Reggie Miller with the rebound. They're going to push it up quickly. Mo Williams misses. Rick Smith scores. 27-18.
Detroit calls timeout.
And that's going to be a timeout. Indiana 27, Detroit 18.
Substitution on the court.
27-18 Lambert. Orlando Woolridge. Dumars. Walker now. Dennis Rodman. Indiana is now up by 9. Lambert. And he'll be fouled by Rick Smith.
First personal foul.
Oh, right now they're in each other's faces. Lambert will shoot 2. I think they're trying to get Smits in foul trouble. Lambert, and he hits 1. Detroit has come back to make it like 4 points, but right now, there it is, 27-20 there. It's just, every time they make it close, Indiana starts to run away. And if Detroit loses, they're done. To the rivals. Chuck Person, they'll play the winner of Atlanta, Indiana, and that's Chuck Person. They'll play the winner, sorry, of Atlanta and Charlotte. Charlotte won the last game by a lot, and Atlanta is worried. Charlotte looked like a 2 seed in their last game. Oh, Dumars blocked by Smits, who's playing out of his skull. Oh, Williams. Williams. Detlef Schrempf. Chucky P. No. Woolridge. Woolridge. Schrempf. Detlef Schrempf, and they go inside to Chuck Person. It's 31-20. Dumars. Aguirre, and he hits it. It's 31-22. In under a minute. So it was 11, now it's 9. Indiana just reaping the benefits of their offense and their team. We'll slow it down near the end of the half. Here's Rick. Smits, no. And Rodman the rebound. He keeps giving Detroit chances. They go to Aguirre. Bring it back, 31-22. Orlando Woolridge, and that's a foul.
Second personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for your Pistons, Woolridge. 2 shots.
And Woolridge got 1. Cut it now it's a 4-0 Detroit run. Mo Williams. Rick Smith got it! Oh my goodness, and that's it. Detroit's reeling and they're panicking now. They have to come out with an absolute different approach to this thing. It's 33-24. And Indiana is just solid, man. Very, very solid. They're looking just to eliminate them here. And I don't see any evidence to see Detroit is not going to survive. I don't see any statistic that shows that Detroit will survive. Change the game over here really quickly. Detroit 33-26. Williams. Chuck Person. No. And Lambier the rebound, and here's Dumars. Dumars. Isaiah. I'll tell you what, Chuck Daly will win greatest coach in history if they come back and win this. Oh, he just baited him into Rick Smith, and Bill Lambier knows how to do that. He really does. 4 points tonight. He's being beat by Rick Smith, but he's getting Rick Smith to foul out, and there's one. He knows how to do that. He will do anything to win. Bill Lambier from Notre Dame. And now this is going to be one more. Lambier is 4 for 4 from the free throw line. 6 points tonight. And it's 33-28. So there it's 4-0 right now in the third quarter. Williams, Davis, Reggie to Rick Smith. He'll go against them, but Mo Williams will take it. Williams. There's Williams into Davis. Dale Davis. Oh, no, and Lambier again. He's picked this game up. They're using him in areas now that look good. Into Dennis Rodman and flicks it in. Dennis can do that. A very underrated shooter when things need to be, and it's 33-30. The Palace at Auburn Hills. Indiana, and they go back to Rick Smith, so he'll go one-on-one. The hook, and he scores. The dunking Dutchman. Definitely not the shrimp on that one. Dumars now. Dumars, that'll be a miss, and Rick Smith. Mo Williams. Williams. Back to Reggie for three. It's long away, and he scores. Reggie Miller has hit both of his three-pointers. He's only shot 2 threes. He's their secret weapon. Now, him by himself will win games, as they found out in Game 2. But whenever he's on, there's Isaiah and a miss. And there's Chuck. They can make it 10 in just a blink of an eye. It goes from 3 to 8. Could be 10. Mo now. Over to Chucky P. Chucky P. There it is. A miss. Dennis Rodman. And they go the other way to Isaiah. Isaiah Thomas. Down to Dennis Rodman. They'll take a look. Lambier to Thomas. Thomas. No. And Smith's the other way. Miller. It's an 8-point game. They want to make it 10. Reggie. Oh my God. 11 maybe. And he misses. Boy, that was it. Dennis Rodman the rebound. Rodman gets those. Oh, they got him in, and he slams it over. Rodman is a great matchup versus Rick Smith right now. And he is the guy eating Rick Smith alive. He's very quick, but Lambier is on him defensively. There's Lambert. And that's why Rick Smits is owning Lambert. I've seen when Rodman is on Rick Smits, and it looks good. Isaiah. Dumars. Well, he's a good shooter. He was hot in the first quarter. Here in game number 4, it's 40-34. Indiana has just led pretty much the whole way. Detroit has had some instances where they're close. Oh, they faked the 3. You know Reggie, he's I think 2 for 3 and 3s. There's Reggie, and no. And Rodman again the rebound. They got to quit doing that. Here's Detroit. Reggie is good when he hits 3s, but he's got to be wide open. He's 0 for his last 2. Dumars flings it and scores. It's 40-36. They're coming back. They're down by 9, and they keep pushing it to 4. And Indiana, they pushed it to 3 one time, 33-30, and Indiana just went on a big run, and there's a miss. Lambert finally gets a rebound over Smits. Thomas Smits might be tired. Isaiah to Dumars. Isaiah Thomas out to Rodman. Rodman out to Orlando Woolridge. Isaiah trying to take a look. Woolridge will set the pick. It's a pick and roll and a foul, and it counts. Detroit, oh, that's big. It's on Reggie. And they're loving it. It's 40-38. Indiana leading Detroit.
At the line for your Pistons, Woolridge.
Wow. Orlando Woolridge can pull it within 1. This is a big last 2 minutes. Woolridge scores. It's now a 1-point game. Indiana 40, Detroit 39. Vern Fleming. Fleming to Chuck Person. And it's going to be a rebound. Dumars. Detroit can take the lead. Aguirre, it's into John Sally. Oh, he's smacked by Shrimp. They go back to Joey Dumars. Dumars hits. It's now 41-40 with under a minute and a half in the third. Rick Smits, 20.7 rebounds. And Rick Smits has been incredible, but he's been shut down here. He has half of Indiana's points. They go to Detlef, who's mainly the shooter now, and he misses that. Woolridge the rebound. Here comes Detroit. They can extend their lead. This is their first lead of the game. Aguirre, no. Rebound, and here's Williams. John Sally couldn't pull it down. Fleming. The cloud hits. 42-41. Dumars. Woolridge. Sally slams it in, and Detroit a 1-point lead again. This whole league, this playoffs is great, but this game now, Detroit has clawed their way back. I was wrong. They were down 33-24 at the half. They have 19 points. This came out of nowhere. They almost equaled their first half total. Fleming. They got to get it inside. Fleming will just fire it and miss. And at the end of 3, I can't believe I'm saying this. 19-9 in this quarter. 19-8. No, 33-24. So it is 19-9 in this quarter. And Detroit by a point.
It's the fourth quarter crowd down in Maxie Mills.
start in the fourth quarter, and Indiana scored. I didn't even see that, and it's going to be a foul on Sellers. Away from the ball. That's so frustrating. Especially early on in the shot clock. You set a pick firm, and then in the last 15 seconds, yeah, you got to set it. A little crazy sometimes. Fleming, there's Reggie. And he's open. It's now Indiana. They got 4 quick points in the first 38 seconds. Isaiah. Over to Thomas. John Sally. Mark Aguirre. Aguirre scores. 46-45. Indiana leads Detroit. Fleming, the shrimp. No. And Sellers will get it. Here's Thomas. Thomas. Oh, he was open. Aguirre. And it's out of bounds. Indiana will get it back. 6.5 to go. Like, seriously, right now, this is... Shrimp. A foul, and that's going to be on Aguirre. Went right into him. And it'll be 46-45. Indiana leads Detroit. And now Shrimp will shoot 2. This is the first game. Seattle and San Antonio are next. Seattle trying to close out their series. The other 3 seed, well, they're a 4 seed. The other 3 seed, Utah, swept their series against Golden State. There is big disparity in the West and East. I would say it could go either way, really. It could be. Sellers, and they're bringing in Isaiah. Charles Thomas is number 14. He's out of the game right now. It's a 3-point game. Indiana leads. There's John Sally. No. And Detlef Shrimp the rebound. Here's Byrne. Over to Mo Williams. They're looking to make it 5. There's Reggie, maybe 6. No, in and out. He's going to fire it every time. Orlando. Woolridge trying to get an and 1. Oh, and Reggie the foul. That's his second against Reggie, and him, and right now there's a lot of talking going on. We just don't want to translate that. And Woolridge will go to the line. He has 5 points, 4 rebounds. Orlando 49, 48, 46. And Orlando Woolridge again. 5:46 to go. He missed it. And Williams the rebound for Indiana. It's a 2-point game. Whoa, right into Shrimp and 1. And that is big. It's on Aguirre.
Second team foul.
They're going to call John Sally for that. I saw the wrong number. Now Detlef, it's like hitting a 3. But better, you earn 2 marks. You get the points and they get a foul. Score it, 51-48. Williams. There's Reggie. And that's going to be a foul. Is it going to be on Detroit? No, it's a rebounding foul. It's on Detlef Shrimp. And Detroit will get it back. The 3 was in the air. Remember, Reggie hit 1 earlier. That they wiped away. Now here comes Detroit. Sellers. They get the talent inside. They go into John Sally. And a miss. Here's Mo Williams. Williams. Byrne Fleming. There it is. The Reggie. No, No, shrimp and a foul.
Shooting for Indiana, Detlef Shrimp. 2 shots.
So here's Detlef Shrimp, 5 points, 2 rebounds. Shrimp. Shrimp makes it 5. Right now, Detroit is worried. Remember, if they lose, they're done. They lose, they're done. Isaiah will bring it up. And look, they got Woolrich and Sally. Here's Aguirre. Remember, their team of power forwards. Aguirre, and he put it in. It's now 53-50. Defensively, they have a hard time with Indiana. A lot of people feel if Detroit win a series, then there's nobody in the East that is built like Indiana. Detroit has trouble with Indiana the most. That's why this is the hardest series. They don't get 7 games to figure things out. Reggie. Orlando against Reggie and a foul, and he'll go to the line. That's the thing. They match up against... I'll tell you what, if Reggie only has 8 and 2, they get 9 and 2. He's not going to miss. 54-50 with 4 minutes to go. Spence will come in. I really would love an Indiana-Chicago series. I think it would be one of the best series that you'd ever see. I think it'd be a heck of a series. But again, let's see what the Hornets do against Atlanta. Game 3. They showed why they were the 2nd seed. They blew away Atlanta, and it really wasn't a close game. Here's Isaiah now. It's 55-50. Under 4 minutes. Oh, they had Dumars open. Isaiah. Isaiah, no. Isaiah, they push it over to Dumars. They go to Isaiah Thomas. Isaiah, score it! It's 55-52. They want to get it in. Williams. Mo Williams. Davis. Rick Smith. No. And Rodman the rebound. They go the other way. Dumars. It's a 3-point game. They go to Isaiah. Isaiah scores! It's 55-54 under 3 minutes to go. Here in game number 4, I'm telling you right now, Detroit wins. And that's going to be a timeout. Timeout for Indiana. There's so much that's going on now. So much. Under 3 minutes to go here in game number 4. Indiana 55, Detroit 54. Rick Smits is in, and he's been the guy of the game. The man of the match. You say whatever it is. Williams. Oh, Reggie! No, there it is! The Duncan Dutchman puts it in 57-54. That's why they're winning now. Indiana's kind of had an off day in the second half. They had a solid first half. There's Joe. No, and it's a rebound by Chuck Person. So Person now. Davis. Reggie. No, Rick Smith. It's out of bounds, but they're gonna do that. They're going to shoot threes no matter what. And the reason they're going to shoot threes is because they know Spitz is going to get the offensive rebound. But he let it go out of bounds there. 2 minutes to go. For Detroit, it is getting more and more tense.
2 minutes remaining.
Dumars to Lampier. Oh, he baited him right into him.
Third personal foul.
And Lampier goes down. Rick Smith knows it. He baited him right into him. Lambier for 2 shots. He's got 6, 4 of 4, and he's down 5 of 5 in free throws. He's 1 of 1 in shooting. 57-55. Lambier got it. It's 57-56, and they're gonna bring it in. Oh, this is a big possession. They know it. And also an offensive rebound. They don't want to get it out. Here's Mo. Mo, they go to Rick. Rick to Mo. Mo, they go to Spence. Got it! Look at him celebrating. He knows it's big. It's 59-56 now. Thomas, a minute and a half. They go to Woolridge. Spence. They go to Woolridge. Thomas now. Oh, what a play to Woolridge. And one! They can tie it up! They can tie it up! Detroit can tie it up. Unbelievable. The tough part about doubleheaders is when your first game is just so good, and then you go into the first quarter, it's like 4-2. Got the second game. Let's see if Woolridge can tie it. Lando Woolridge ties it. We're tied at 59 here. 1:12 to go. Game number 4. If Detroit loses, they're done. Indiana wins, they move on. If Detroit wins, there's a game 5 in Indiana. Williams to Spence. There's under a minute. Spence wants to take it. Double team. Scores! Timeout. 61-59, Indiana leads. Rick Spence. We'll be back. Detroit 61-59. Detroit has to inbound it. If they miss, they don't need to foul. 35 is the shot clock limit. Rodman, they're going to get it to Dumars. He thought about it. He thought about it early. Now, if they miss, they will have to foul. It's just too short. Oh, what a pass. That's Lambier, and it's blocked by the Duncan Dutchman. And the foul. Michael Williams. I thought it was Mo Williams. It's Michael Williams. I've been calling him Mo Williams for about 4 games. Michael Williams will go to the line for the Pacers. Rick Smits with the block on Bill Lambier. So here's Michael Williams. Score of that one, 62-59. Michael Williams now. 63-59 with under 35 seconds to go. Detroit is in big trouble. Dumars. No, and that's going to be Davis, the person. They get it into Michael Williams, and he's fouled. And right now, oh my goodness, Indiana can feel it. Michael Williams. Indiana 63, Detroit 59, and ahead. 64-59. 65-59 in Detroit. Right now, Indiana, they know, they love it, but they don't want right now to celebrate. They know what Detroit can do. It's 65-59. They got a lot of shooters on their team. Indiana has a 65-59 lead. Lambert, they got to bring it in quickly. They bring it over. Isaiah pulls and misses, and Rick Smits is fouled. They had to give it to, so they give it to the wrong guy, really. Smits has 26 points and 8 rebounds, and Indiana's looking like they're going to pull this away. Rick, and he hits one. And it is silent here in Detroit. It's just, that's it. Indiana's going to do it. They're going to do it. 67-59. They just got to, it'll take a miracle now. There it is. Lambert can hit these, and he doesn't hit that one. Dumars again. Woolridge, they got to get it around. There's Isaiah. Will hurry up, not get it. And that's the game, and that's the series. Indiana 67, Detroit 59. Indiana moves on. They play the winner of the Hornets in Atlanta.
Thank you, everyone, for making it out to the game, and we hope
what a great series. A solid amount of games, and Indiana wins in the end. Oh, Rick Smits is just an absolute beast today. Absolutely incredibly good was Rick Smits. In Indiana, 67-59, and the Pistons are done. Indiana gets over, they get over their rivals. The Pistons, a lot of people thought the only team that could beat the Pistons was Indiana, and Indiana proved them right. For the Pistons, Dumars, Thomas, it was all right. 19-9, they came back after that 16-8 first quarter, but 25-16 in the fourth. Rick Smits, 28 points, 8 rebounds, 2 blocks, that big one on Bill Lambert, 5 offensive rebounds. He had 3 fouls on the day, same with Schrempf. And when you take a look at the free throws, a lot of free throws today. Well, mainly because the Pacers down the stretch, they hit them all. They hit them all. And we know that the Pistons shot out of their skull, but the Pacers hit them all their free throws. You take a look at game 1, the Pacers 8-9. Game 2, the Pacers were only 4-6 in free throws. Game 3, the Pacers were 7 of 8 in free throws. And game 4, they hit them all. So they win the series, they won huge. They lost big. They won solid, and then they won solid again. So that's going to be that. Let's go to Hemisphere Arena. Right now, as Seattle is a 2-1 series lead here in Hemisphere Arena in San Antonio. Let's go right now, and again, as we said, Seattle, they win, they move on. San Antonio wins, and they will. San Antonio wins, so it'll be a game 5. So let's go to Hemisphere Arena right now. As David Robinson hits, it's 2-0. Wow, I'll tell you what right now, and it's big. Here's Gary. Gary Payton. Gary Payton will back in. Avery Johnson. Payton, it's 2-2. The Sonics won an up-and-down game. San Antonio's like a small version of the New York Knicks. They're like a slow version of the Knicks. Terry Cummings. Snow. And Benoit Benjamin. Seattle reminds me of the Indiana Pacers. Ricky Pierce, and Sean Kemp. Sean Kemp is no Reggie Miller. I guess Gary Payton is more of the Reggie Miller. Gary Payton went to Oregon State, where his university is part of the 1987-88 team that was pretty good. There's David, and it's 4-4. Early on, a lot of good shooting here, and here's Gary Payton. Payton. They go to Ricky Pierce. Pierce. Dribbling. Ricky. Oh, he had it open. Ricky. Oh, he swatted it away. Kemp and Eric McKee now. They remind me a little bit. They got young talent. The Sonics are a very young team. There's Pierce. No. Kemp. Go ahead, Pierce. And here's Payton. Ricky Pierce. Kemp. Oh, and he's fouled. And that's going to be on Cummings. Look at this. Oh. Terry Cummings whacked Sean Kemp. And it's 6-4 Seattle. Now Kemp. 7-4. Now Seattle, the winner of this series, will play the winner of the Lakers-Rockets. That series is incredible. All the series have been good. A few of the blowouts have been dealt with early. David. Over to Anderson. Johnson again. Avery Johnson. There's Sean Elliott. He hits. He can shoot, but he was inside the three-point line, and it's early 7-6. So although Seattle leads, San Antonio playing good offensively, getting things to work. There's Ricky Pierce. Got it. Ricky Pierce is now 9-6 Seattle. Man to man. Playing quarter court man to man. Elliott. Carr. That's David. David, no. Puts it in. David Robinson. He's very good from the Naval Academy. From Navy. Payton now out to Ricky Pierce. Pierce. He's looking outside. Payton, it is loud here. San Antonio is a very raucous crowd. Ricky. And one. And it's going to be 11-8 Seattle. David Robinson upset. Ricky Pierce. It's going to be 11-8. 11-8 Seattle. And Pierce, it's 12-8. Here's Avery Johnson now. 12-8. Johnson, they want to go to Austin Carr. I think it's Antoine Carr. Antoine Carr, I believe he played for Notre Dame also. Here's Avery, pulls and misses. Kemp the rebound. Kemp is almost like a Dennis Rodman that can shoot. His defense lacks a little bit. Ricky Pierce got it. 14-8 Seattle leads. They're really pushing the throttle down. They remind me a lot. Seattle and Indiana remind me a lot of each other in their playing styles. A lot of each other. Seattle, here's Anderson. Anderson. They go down to Johnson, Avery Johnson. Out to Anderson. Elliott. Johnson. Avery can't hit it, and Kemp outlasts Antoine Carr right there. Payton. Payton. Payton pulls and a tip-in. 16-8 Seattle. Anderson. Three. No. Kemp again to Gary. Gary now. 2 minutes. Sean Kemp. Got it. 18-8 Seattle leads San Antonio. Wow. Seattle is up big. They're really pushing it in this first quarter. This is the Seattle many people have seen throughout the year. Sean Elliott from Arizona. University of Arizona. He's a teammate of Steve Kerr, I believe. Elliott got it. I mean, if you're Seattle right now, here's Gary Payton in a timeout. Seattle, they want to get their subs in. They lead 18-10. Seattle has a lead.
And now, your Spurs dance team.
18-10, Seattle leads. They just busted out and went really down. They got an 18-8 lead. Seattle is, again, San Antonio reminds me a lot of Detroit. A young version of Detroit, like 1986-87 Detroit, about to peak. But Seattle is giving them the same problems Indiana did. Dana Barrows, they get their subs in. They go to Urban Johnson. There's a three. Pierce, no. And Higgins the rebound. Rod Strickland now. Paul Pressey from Villanova, and he can't hit it. Rebound, it's in. That's number 8. I got to see who it is under a minute. San Antonio a 4-0 run. Johnson to Pierce. Paul Pressey had that last basket. Johnson. Barrows. Conlon. Barrows. Johnson. There's Ricky Pierce. He misses. Green the rebound. Strickland. Higgins. Carr. And that's going to be the end of one. Seattle got 18 of the first 26 points in the game. And San Antonio the last 4. It is an 18-12 game. Second quarter, 18-12. But really, this has been a really fun project. It's really been fun to watch these teams, all these teams. There's Johnson. Barrows, Kenny King. It isn't Kenny King. There's Pierce in a mess. Seattle's gone cold. Pressey. Higgins. Strickland. Robinson, yes. 18-14. And here's Barrows. Barrows. Oh, what a block by David Robinson, and they're going the other way. Strickland, Pressey, no! And here's Ricky Pierce again to rebound. They're going to start forcing it the other way. Barrows would become a 76er. Johnson. Scored. Eddie Johnson. It's Eddie. Not Irvin, not Ernie, not anything. It's Eddie Johnson. And Seattle was scoreless for a long time. About 4 minutes. Antoine Carr. To Higgins. Oh, and it's slapped away. Carr. Scored. And it's 20-16. San Antonio creeping back. It was 18-8, and now it is an 8-2 run for San Antonio. Barrows. Barrows pulls and misses. Cage, Barrows scores! 23-16. Seattle has the lead. A big three-pointer by Dana Barrows. Carr, and it's 23-18. Barrows. Pierce. Barrows got it. And Danny Barrows has been on fire. When he's on fire, he is a shooter. And Michael Cage with the assist. Cage has been a very unsung hero in this series for Seattle, as Seattle now has a 7-point lead. Cage again the rebound. Starts the break. Pierce. That was odd. And 25-18, just very weird. Larry Brown now looking at this for the Spurs. For Seattle, George Karl. He's building something in Seattle. You never know who's going to win it all. I can't wait to see Portland and LA. There's Rod Strickland. Portland and LA, I think, are going to be tomorrow. The Clippers, oh my God, if they were to win, that would be crazy. Johnson over to Ricky Pierce. Blazers would go out in the first round. That would be a big upset, and there's going to be a steal by Strickland. They go over. There's Avery, and got it. It's 25-22. They're pushing the ball very much. And in Hemisphere Arena, it's 25-22 here. Peyton. McKee. No. And Carr. Johnson over to Anderson. Robinson, no. And here's McKee. McKee over to Peyton. 25-22. McKee. A foul, and that'll be on David Robinson.
At the line for two.
Here's Derek McKee. 2 shots. McKee, and he misses one. 25-22. Derek scores. 26 Seattle, 22 San Antonio. A 4-point lead for Seattle, the Sonics. San Antonio wants to slow it down. Elliott. Cummings, and he scores. 26-24. Peyton. Johnson. Oh, what a play by Eddie Johnson. Dwayne Martz, good to see you. Dwayne, you ought to see the first game. That was one heck of a big game. This whole series is a heck of a series. Dwayne Martz, good to see you. I love your channel, I really do. Great channel. Avery Johnson to Cummings. Oh, it's inside, intercepted by Kemp. I had a fight with the microphone, Dwayne, earlier on in the day. Johnson, Eddie, they go to Gary. Gary Payton. Here's Eddie Johnson to Gary Payton. Gary Payton is a lot like Reggie Miller, really.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
McKee. So I think at this point I would take Gary Payton. He can rebound a little bit better. McKee. Payton. They got to do something. He does. Oh, in and out. Avery again. Thank you very much, Dwayne. I love it. I got to see a World Series. I forgot to see who won that one. Elliott. Missed it. And here's McKee. They're going to bring it the other way. Seattle. 18-8 to start the game. And San Antonio settled down. There's Gary Payton and a miss there. They've gone cold shooting. Ever since they had an 18-8 lead, they've gone cold. Terry Cummings to Avery. And it has now been a defensive game. Started out, I thought it was going to be huge. Elliott, it's the tempo. Elliott. And 28-26, under a minute and a half. Eddie. Running it down, Eddie Johnson. Seattle wins, they move on. San Antonio wins. They force a game 5 in Seattle. Peyton. Into Sean Kemp and the slam dunk, 30-26. Ricky Pierce, Derek McKee about to get in. Ricky Pierce though. That's Ricky Pierce. And now they're going to go down. I believe that's Ricky Pierce. And now they're going to go for the last shot of the half. Avery. Terry Cummings, though, and that's it. Benoit Benjamin. 2 down, 118 to go. Well, right now, that sounds like San Antonio trying to come back here. Right now, man, it is Seattle 30 and San Antonio 26 at the half. So 30-26 now, Seattle leads. They win, they're moving on to the next round. For the winner of the Rockets-Lakers series. Peyton and McKee. Oh, there it is, and a miss. Robinson again, and they're going to bring it up. Anderson. Yeah, Seattle's gone cold. They really have. There's David, and he can't hit it. Tip it in. No! John Kemp, though. Here's Gary Payton. Here's Ricky Pierce. Yeah, it was him at the table. Got it. drained it.
Assist goes to
Man, when you are a pro like that, you can take those shots and make it in Seattle by 6. Elliott. Robinson, yes. 32-28 here in the third. I mean, San Antonio is sticking with them. Peyton. They're sticking with them. It just, you know, Seattle gets these splurges. Derek McKee. McKee. No. And Elliott the other way. Elliott. Here's Johnson. Anderson. Robinson and a miss. Kemp again to Peyton. Peyton. There's Pat is it, and it's going to be 34-28. A give and go that was good. Johnson. Here's Avery. Oh, that's going to be stuffed. Robinson, Elliott. Johnson. Got it! That's Avery Johnson, and he hits it from the wing. San Antonio, they keep trying to get closer, but they need defensive stops now. Derek McKee to Ricky Pierce. And a foul. No, it's 3-second violation. And San Antonio will have it. 4:51 to go. Johnson. Elliott. Robinson. Got it. 34-32. Peyton. Payne, it's intercepted by Cummings. Johnson. Down to David Robinson. On the ground, it's going to be Pierce Cummings, and Cummings gets away with it. Cummings scores! We're tied at 34. Benoit. No. And now it's going to be Robinson. San Antonio can take the lead. Remember, they're down 2-1. Terry Cummings. Pulls. In and out. No. And here's Derek McKee. Pushing the ball down. And a foul. And Robinson is...
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Bring it in to Payne. 3 minutes to go here in the third. We're tied at 34. Peyton. Kemp slams it in, and it's 36-34. Go out to Elliott. Elliott, no. Rebound. No, and Benjamin again. inside and he took the gap. Sean Kemp, and now it's a 38-34 game. Remember, a lot of that first 18 points was finding cracks in their defense, and they're finding them again. San Antonio prides itself on the defense. They're doing that. Oh, look at that. That's an easy slam for Anderson. Look at this. Good night. So 38-36. Benjamin, they bring it in now. Here's Gary Payton, a minute and a half to go. Derek McKee. Payton. Eddie. No. And here's Anderson the other way. Johnson. Elliott. Scored! 38-38, 1 minute to go here in the third. Payton in a timeout. Timeout Seattle, it's 38-38. When it was Seattle playing their pace, they're up 18-8. San Antonio playing their pace ever since. It's been 30-20. San Antonio, but here's Seattle now, trying to push it. Here's Eddie. No. And that's going to be knocked away. Dana Barrows has it. And he'll push it. But Nate McMillan. Now look inside, you see Michael Cage. Eddie! No! And that's going to be San Antonio. They can take the lead. They might hold for the final shot. Terry Cummings to Higgins to Rod Strickland. You know they're going to have their starters out there, San Antonio. They're going to hold it down. Under 10 seconds, Paul Pressey. The car. Terry Cummings. Cummings, no! And at the end of 3, we're tied at 38 here in game number 4. I think they screwed up and made this the Alamo Dome, but it's the Hemisphere Arena. And right now it is 38-38. Going into the 4th. Remember, it used to have a red lane and a white top to it. But now the Spurs, Pressey to Higgins. To Rod Strickland, 4th quarter. They're down 2 games to 1. Seattle wins, it's over. Austin Carno and Michael Cage will have it. They're going to push it up to Eddie. Nate McMillan now. Nate. They begin the 4th. Set the pick. Nate. Nate will fire and score. Nate McMillan. It's a 2-point game now for Seattle. They win, they move on. We have not had a game 5 yet. We have 2 sweeps and the 3rd series is done. That's going to be an offensive foul. It is on Austin Carr. Antoine Carr. It's on Antoine Carr. Sorry, Austin Carr. The Carrs, I just keep messing them up. It's Dana Barrows. Nate McMillan. It's Antoine Carr. Nate. Oh, it's open and he scores. High off the glass. He was open. And this is Seattle pushing it now, 42-38. The offense has changed as we're cutting inside, and San Antonio, there's Pressey. No. And Johnson. He has not had a free throw all series. Pressing. Here's Dana Barrows. Seattle by 4. There's 2. And oh my, 3 in a row for Seattle. They were tied at 38 at the end of 3, and now it's a 6-0 fourth quarter performance for the Sonics. Higgins, Strickland, Robinson got it, down to 4. We haven't had a real upset yet. Chicago beat Cleveland, but everybody knew Chicago was the favorite in that one. They swept Cleveland. Here's Johnson. Over to McMillan. Nate. To Eddie Johnson. Antoine Carr. There's the pair, and they got it. Eddie Johnson, it's 46-40. 5.5 to go. Pressey. David Robinson then. Pressey, the Spurs. They're down by 6 and they can feel the pressure now. Strickland over to Pressey. Trying to go inside. He had a good first half, Pressey did. He gets blocked there. Here's Eddie. If Seattle scores here, it's going to be very tense. Nate McMillan. Michael Cage is blocked by David Robinson. That was big. Higgins beats him to the baseline. They score. It's 46-42. Nate McMillan. Missed it. Higgins now. Higgins to Pressey. Paul Pressey. They're going to go to David Robinson against David Barrows. He can't hit it. He gets the rebound and he slams it in. It's a 2-point game with 4 minutes to go. The Spurs are still in it. They want to go to a Game 5, and we know anything can happen at a Game 5. Timeout, Seattle. You gotta love this. 46-44. Wayne Martz, I hope you're still here. This is a heck of a game. Seattle 46, San Antonio 44, 4 minutes to go. If you're watching this, please subscribe. I like subscribing. Turn on all the notifications, bells and whistles. Good, you're here. This is a great game now. Benoit Benjamin, they go to Sean Kemp. Out to Gary Payton halfway through the 4th. This has been great playoffs. McKay, he's got to get rid of it, and it's blocked. I thought it was blocked. It was way short, and San Antonio can tie. 3.5 to go. And I'm going to say, Dwayne, your Atlanta Hawks, they're up 2-1 on Charlotte, but Charlotte looking really good. It's intercepted. Gary Payton, they got Kemp. Oh my God, that could have been a killer right there. Kemp knew it. He knows when you do something like that. It's just the momentum with the fans. It's not about the players, it's about getting the fans out of it. Robinson. Johnson. Elliott. Elliott to Robinson. Oh, Boston, they lost to the Knicks. Cummings scores! Terry Cummings needed to. Boston lost to the Knicks in the play-in game. There was only like 2 or 3 games between the 1st and the 10th teams. And that's going to be an offensive foul. Oh, David Robinson, look at this block on Michael Cage. That was incredibly good. San Antonio, 2.5 to go. The Knicks had to win at Washington and then the next one at Boston to get into the playoffs. Now they're up 2-1. They're a really good team. I wish Boston were at least in a series. But, you know, I'm a huge Celtics fan ever since I was a kid. Cummings. David against Benoit. We're tied. 48-48. They know it now. This is huge. Every possession so big. 2 minutes to go. Gary Payton now. Payton, oh, that was in, and that's going to be an and one. Terry Cummings fouled him. And Ricky Pierce hit the and one. Oh, that was huge. Ricky Pierce. 51-48. Elliott, well, they're going to bring it in under 2 minutes. That was a huge and one. Johnson to Terry Cummings against Sean Kemp. They get it out to Avery. Avery Johnson. That's going to be an offensive screen. That's going to be a screen. And now Seattle will get the ball up by 3. 1:43 to go. This could make things really dangerous for San Antonio. Payton. They go to Gary. They miss it. Here's Gary now. Derek McKee, and that's an offensive screen, and we go the other way. So right now, George Karl in the Seattle Supersonics. Now San Antonio, 1.5 minutes to go, under 1.5 minutes. It's 51-48. Here's Terry Cummings. Cummings to Johnson. Avery to Terry. Terry Cummings. Cummings in the lane. He could get an and one. He's got to shoot it. It's blocked. This is Robinson. He dunked it in. It's 51-50. They don't have to foul. 50 seconds to go. They don't got to foul. Here's Ricky Pierce. Pierce now. They go out. Here's Gary Payton. Under 40 to go. Seattle by 1. That's going to be a foul on San Antonio. And that's on Anderson. It's been tough, but here's Sean Kemp now with free throws. He's not a good free throw shooter. I'm thinking this is a hack-a-shack. Just about 11 years earlier. Sean Kemp grabbed. This is really big for Kemp. 36 seconds. He makes one. It's 52-50. I can't believe Kemp would play for the Cleveland Cavaliers later on. Kemp made it. 53-50, and now San Antonio is caught in that end game. Seattle has a 3-point lead with 36 seconds to go. Johnson. There's Cummings. No, he gets the rebound. They miss it again, and Kemp will get it. They'll go to Gary Payton. And now it's dangerous. Gary Payton will shoot 2. And this could be the series. Terry Cummings had a couple chances. He was trying to get an and one, and he missed both. So now here is Gary Payton at 53-50. Gary Payton to shoot 2. And he makes 1. 54 to 50. One more for Gary Payton. Very, very big. Makes it 55-50 timeout. The last one, San Antonio. They're on life support. They got to do everything correctly. Their season is almost over. $55 to 50 with 19 seconds to go. Cummings. Johnson. Avery. He's got to move around. He does. There's Sean Elliott. No! And that'll be a foul, and that'll probably be it. And Ricky Pierce will go to the line, and the Sonics are about to move on. The Sonics are they're a 4 seed. So they will play the winner of the Lakers and Rockets. And here's Ricky Pierce. Ricky, if they hit 2, it's over. And he hits 1. Seattle 56, San Antonio 50. Missed it. They got a chance, but they got to hit a 3. They go to Anderson. He'll fire it and miss, and that's the series. Seattle wins this series, and they get to go home. They win the series and beat San Antonio. San Antonio is done. They are done. And the Seattle Sonics move on. Unbelievable now. So the Seattle Sonics are moving on. The San Antonio Spurs are done. Just like the Detroit Pistons, who the Spurs emulate, they're also done to Seattle, just like Indiana, who they emulate. And that's the way it is right there. We'll take a look. Seattle, you take a look. David Robinson, 20 and 10. 3 blocks, but not enough. The Sonics, Sean Kemp, 21 and 10 also. 21 and 10. Didn't miss a field goal or free throw. And you take a look, free throws. Spurs didn't get to shoot 1. Wonder how many fouls they had. It was 10-2. And that was big. Big, big, big. First and fourth were the same. And that's going to be it. Well, there you see. No game 5 so far. Indiana, Chicago, Seattle, and Utah are all moving on. Now, the 1 and the 2 seeds. Wow, that's the big ones. So, taking a look. The next one, Hornets, Hawks, 76ers, and Knicks. So tomorrow, Hornets and Hawks, 76ers and Knicks. We'll see if the East fills out or what happens. The Knicks could do it. Same with the Hawks, but the Hornets are playing well, but the Knicks are playing better. And then it would be the Blazers, then the Lakers. Well, those 2 seeds are in trouble. That's it for today. We'll see you later.